So Ghost Starz asked for predictions on their Instagram story 2 days ago, and I sent my response with my prediction saying Method Man, who's going to be playing Davis Maclean, will get Tasha out, and then we're going to see Tasha versus Mary J. Blige, and they actually responded with this. So I'm talking my predictions about Tasha being released from prison, and then her war with Blige, who's going to be played by Monet. Welcome back to MovieBot, and let's talk Power Book 2 Ghost. First of all, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me over the last few weeks and helping me beat the target of 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of you, and I try to reply to all of your comments down below as well, just to show you how much I appreciate you guys, and I'll keep on replying, so keep the comments coming guys. But back to all things book 2. We all know that from the new trailer that we got that Tariq is going to be after 500k to pay for Method Man, who's going to be Tasha's lawyer, and we've already seen that he gets his hand on this cash somehow. Because we see in one of the scenes where he's talking to Tasha and he's surprised that a kid of Tariq's age has got his hands on so much money. I do think at first Maclean is going to be a little reluctant to take the case due to the nature of it. At the end of the day, money talks, and I think that's why he's named his price at 500k. I mean, nobody in their right mind is going to turn down 500k, are they? Later on, he probably wished he'd never accepted the case because we saw how pissed he is at Tariq when he asks him what he's got himself into, and that's because I think Tariq is going to land Method Man in a lot of deep shit. But regardless of that, I think he will be successful in getting Tasha out of prison, but not until the back end of the season. I think we're going to see a lot of scenes in Tasha in prison having to fight for her life, just as you do in prison. And personally, I love prison scenes. It takes me back to Prison Break, the first season, which is probably one of the best shows I've watched. And she's going to have to defend herself while she's there, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see prison fights and a lot of prison stuff unfolding. I've touched on it previously in one of my other videos. I think they will manage to blame the murder on Dre, and Tasha and Tariq will walk free. Unless somehow they do manage to pin the killing of Ghost on Tariq and get the evidence to lock him up. I just don't think the show will go in that direction, considering the show is all about Tariq and Tasha. I think he's more likely to be killed off than to be arrested for Ghost's murder, but that's just my opinion. So that's the backstory, and I think it's going to be setting up this, Tasha versus Monet. And this is what Ghost Starz responded to me on Instagram, and this is what I want to talk about, Tasha versus Monet. As I said earlier in the video, I believe Method Man will be successful in getting Tasha out of prison, but not until the back end of the season, and Tariq is going to cause some real damage before Tasha gets out, because we know he's going to be working for Mary J. Blige, and we just know this kid is going to fuck up along the way. It's in his nature to screw up. He actually messed up time after time during the original Power series, and it all began when he started hanging around with Kanan, and that became the catalyst for his rebellious nature, and he actually remains so careless with his actions, and I just don't think he sees the consequences of his actions. It's like when he killed Ray Ray, he didn't see the consequences of his actions, when he should have just let Ghost and Tommy deal with the situation. And this is the thing, I don't think he's going to be changing one bit in the first season of book 2, not at the beginning anyway, so I'm predicting him to get into a lot of trouble with Blige, which he'll find himself hard to get out of. We'll see him getting a beatdown, which Blige is organised to teach him a lesson, and something is going to set up Tasha versus Monet in the back end of the season to be a full-on bloody war in season 2. Now Monet, who's going to be played by Mary J. Blige, she's got a personality that's similar to Ghost. Some would even say smarter and even more streetwise than Ghost, because Ghost had a tendency to overlook his street life when Angela was in front of him, but not Monet. I don't think anyone or anything will distract her from her street life, and that's why I actually think makes her so dangerous. And we just know Tasha and Blige won't get on. Their personalities are going to clash, that's for sure. Both of them will want to be the alpha females, and unfortunately there can only be one winner. Right now I can't decide who would win from Tasha and Blige. We've seen the way Tasha is such a cold-blooded killer as well. I mean, the way she dispatched of her best friend Lakeisha the way she did in her own home, that was so ruthless. And she knew that she had cash, and she was building a life with Tommy, albeit that she made a deal with Agent Blanca. We saw the cold-blooded side to Tasha right there and there. She's going to take no prisoners when it comes to protecting Tariq from Blige. So if this is the case, which side are you going to be on, Tasha or Blige? Comment down below. I actually want to know what your thoughts are on the battle between Tasha and Blige, and who would come out on top. So drop me a comment down below if you haven't done so already. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'm going to be bringing you everything Power Universe related from book 2, 3, 4 and 5, as well as episode breakdowns and reviews. So make sure you're subscribed. That's it for this video guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.